Wait, where's my headphones? Oh, I don't have my headphones. I'm going to assume the sound is fine. All right, so, wait a minute. That's a random weird image to put up. Hold on, let me find a more badass image. Okay, that's getting a little better. Wait, we got better ones. Yeah, there we go. It's just not big enough. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put that up. You guys know I absolutely love Ryan Hurst from Sons of Anarchy. He played Opie, my all-time number one favorite character from Sons of Anarchy, and then Jax, and then there was a whole bunch. I loved them all, Tig and Chibs, and a ton of them, right? So, he was the numero uno, though. Something about Opie, man, loved him, and he's a big dude, so it was just announced today, actually on the sly. I don't know how he did it, but Matt member Julian, I don't know if I think he has his official name. It doesn't matter. Julian, you guys will know who he is, but he actually broke this news a few hours ago. I didn't want to say anything, though. I wanted to make sure it was like official. So, because we've had pieces of information come in about a lot of different topics, and I always kind of, once in a while, I'll stick my neck out there, but for the most part, I like to wait until it's official, because you never know. Some shit. I know in season 5, some stuff came out, and I didn't care at that time, and then I noticed, oh, yeah, you got to really wait. So anyway, he has been cast as Beta. Not a beta bitch, actual Beta, the character. There's an alpha and a beta. They are Whisperers, the new villains coming up in The Walking Dead Season 9, and I'm thrilled about this casting. I know a lot of people, really, I don't know if you guys can hear the printer, but it's having a seizure over there. Really? So, you know what? I wanted to make a neat... I got the printer to my left, and I got this fucking Glade air freshener. If I'm not walking past it, and for some reason I'm so fucking stupid, I put it in direct, line of my eyeballs. So I get maced once in a while when I'm not paying attention. I come around the corner, and it's not bad enough I have one in the office. I got one in the living room in my Last of Us shelf. That son of a bitch is even worse. There's sometimes, you know what, I'm going to set this over here. It doesn't matter. These are deadly. Don't get them. But they smell so good, though. Now I dropped it. I got the printer and then the Glade shit. And I know you guys can hear that. Anyhow, so he's going to be Beta. I'm thrilled about this. I am excited. I cannot wait. This is a whole new level of excitement. But I was going to make a cool thumbnail. I don't have a lot of time, though, right now. I'm right in the middle. I just did dinner. And I really want to prep the video for tomorrow. And I was like, okay, let me sit down and take a comic image of Beta and just erase the face and then slap it on top of Opie here. But it came out terrible, yo. But it came out... It's so bad it's good, in my opinion. I'm going to give you a trigger warning right now. It can create nightmares. Are you ready? It's kind of a small image, though, so prepare yourself. Oh, wait, that's not it. Where the hell did it go? It's here somewhere. There it is. That's the pedophile Beta. That's the... molester Beta. That's actually Ryan Hurst when he was younger, clean shaven in that image, I think. So, but yeah, this is a better thumbnail because shit just got real. Now, when it comes to that face is so fucked. That thumbnail is because he's kind of like. The character's looking straight ahead, and he's kind of like leaning and tilted in the image. So it's all sorts of messed up. That's an embarrassing creation I just made right there. Anyhow, when it comes to Ryan Hurst being Beta, there's a part of me that would be fine if they kept the beard. I know. I threw a shit fit when Negan had a beard, but that was different, man, because Negan had this calculated maneuvers with what he did and being clean shaven and how it was a part of his character in the comic, or at least it appeared to be. It was one of those things that you really enjoyed where you didn't have to say nothing, but when you saw Negan clean shaven show up with his group, he's got his wives, I mean, he's slicked back hair, he's living like a king. It doesn't make any sense for Negan to show up with the beard. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. But they had to do it on the TV show because apparently they had to rush him in the end of season 6. But we're not going down that road of devastated dreams and hopes and the downfall of the Walking Dead. No, I'm just teasing. But that was the beginning of some shit, let me tell you. This, though, the only bad thing is, if they're doing the casting and announcements now for the Whispers, it's likely the Whispers aren't really going to make an impact, or they're not going to show up till probably episode 4, 5, 6, 7, something like that. Maybe even 6, 7, and 8. And we know Rick Grimes is only lasting 5 or 6 episodes. So if they're coming around episode 4, 5, 6-ish, maybe Beta later on. I think we don't see Beta until after Alpha's introduction if they stay true to the comic. But let's say we lose Rick at the time they're being introduced, or maybe right before they are introduced. Oh man, that's... Because, you got the Rick. I want Rick in a Beta encounter, but oh well. I still think it would be badass. We know Beta's coming, without a doubt now. So, because I know some people, when I talked about Daryl conveniently getting new weapons that are identical to comic Beta, which still doesn't make any sense, some people said, well, maybe Beta's not even going to be in the show. They don't need Beta. And I was like, no, man, you got the Alpha, you need Beta. That doesn't make any sense if you don't have Beta in there. So now that we know he's definitely going to be in the TV show, it makes it more likely that Beta is going to whoop the ever-loving shit out of Daryl and take those knives off him. If that doesn't happen, I don't know what the hell they have planned for that, because he's got the same weapons. It just doesn't make any damn sense. I don't know. I still think it would be cool, because if you think about it, we had Daryl stand up to Negan and Cole Cockham, right? And almost put him on his ass, even though he was shot and bleeding out, and it was a bit ridiculous. But he still got that punch off. And in this one, if you have Daryl hot-tempered, do something, and Beta just shuts him down. I mean, crushes him. Not kills him, but I'm talking headbutt, smacks him off a tree until his head explodes with blood, obviously. Some stitches, not kills him. But I mean, just in a brutal, no editing, no cuts, make it brutal, vicious, the sound of packing flesh, not this slapping Hollywood sound effects bullshit, just to show, like, damn, Beta means business. You got to set him up as a good villain. Hold on, this is counterproductive with that silly ass Photoshop. I like that better. There we go. Anyhow, I'm happy about this. I'm thrilled about this. I see him on Twitter often joking around with a lot of people. He has a big sense of humor. He's joked around a lot with, I believe there's been a few screen grabs of him and Jeffrey Dean Morgan goofing off on Twitter together. So that would obviously make sense if they are buddies or somewhat in contact. If Jeffrey Dean Morgan heard, or anyone else in the Walking Dead family heard of an opening, and then it got to Ryan Hurst and his agents, then I mean that makes sense. And then he obviously, when he went in there, he blew them away. He probably didn't even have to audition, because look at everything he's been in before, from Remember the Titans to his standout 5 seconds in Saving Private Ryan. I never looked that up, but I swear that's him. I know that's him. I know it is. What else was there? Obviously Sons of Anarchy, The Outsiders. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Something in 2001. I can't remember what it is. I know he's clean shaven in that. But there's a number of different roles. I think he even played somebody that was touched or a little slow, because I've seen a whole bunch of pictures. I never saw that movie, but he's just like in the pictures. So, and they're all over, so it has to be from a movie. They're not like they're all over. There's a bunch of different pictures, so it has to be from that movie. Anyhow, I am thrilled. I am absolutely excited, because this is an actor who I know can just take this and run away with the role and just do a kick-ass job. However, the only thing, I don't remember if we discussed, I know someone had to have brought it. I remember somebody bringing this up in a live stream one time, just off the cuff thing, and I really wish I remember what the hell I said back then, because right before this announcement, or when it was coming out that it might be him, I was thinking, man, I so wish it was him, but I don't know. For some reason, I can't see them casting him. I can't see him going over to the Walking Dead. Not like he can't or won't or any of this shit, but just the simple fact that it seemed like one of those too good to be true moments. Like one of your favorite actors gets on the show, and he's at a level where he's definitely well known if you are fans of like Sons of Anarchy, for example, or Outsiders. But I could definitely see him being a face that can slide in there and not be... what am I saying? They wear masks. It's not like anyone's going to recognize them right away and be like, oh, that's not Beta, that's Ryan. You know what I mean? So, scratch what I just said. Anyhow, you guys, comic book fans, let me know down below. Do you think they're going to do something with his face? Because in the comic, he didn't want to show his face. Do you think they're going to do something different? In the comic, it came off as... the only thing it could be. He just, didn't want his face to be shown. So a lot of people thought it'd be scratches and cuts and all this stuff, but here he was just like some basketball player that didn't want his face to be shown. I guess he didn't want people to recognize him as who he was in the past. So actually, that makes sense. I didn't really think about it too much because that's the only thing it could be. You know what I mean? Because no one in Rick's group was that big enough. It just didn't make any sense. But I'm going off on a comic tangent now. I'll shut up. Thoughts and opinions about this casting down in that comment box. I freaking love it. I'm happy. Put those down there. I'm done talking. It's your turn.